Get ready. Blackcomb is back. 4,000 feet of fall-line skiing, moguls and powder, one double, five triple chairs.
The ski industry used to be a thriving business. Getting enough snow to last the winter was never a concern. But now, global warming is taking its toll.
The dry conditions.
Skiers and snowboarders usually ring in the new year with the ride down the mountain, but instead of playing games in the snow, they're playing a waiting game.
Global warming is real. If we do not get our act together, there will be devastating impacts for our kids and our grandchildren, causing, among other things, trillions of dollars.
Carbon dioxide emissions are causing the Earth to heat. Weather is becoming more extreme, the sea levels are rising, and droughts are more frequent. We don't live in the polar ice caps or in the Sahara Desert, so we might not notice that the Earth is getting warmer. But we'll start to notice soon, and the community that will be hit the hardest is the ski community. To learn more, we went to the Washington Post to talk to Jason Samenow, Chief Meteorologist at the Capital Weather Gang.
Testing. 1, 2, testing.
So we were looking at a whole range of indicators, and when you looked at them collectively, they told a pretty compelling story of a warming world. Well, we've seen a long-term decline in our snowfall averages. If you looked at the beginning of the 20th century, like 1910, 1920, the average snow here in the area was about 18 inches. We've now dropped down to an average snowfall of about 15 inches. So we've seen a reduction in our average snowfall of a few inches over the last 50 to 100 years.
And human emissions of greenhouse gases and other harmful chemicals are the culprit of these rising temperatures. According to the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Association, the carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere have almost doubled in the last century, from 0.94 parts per million in 1959 to 2.05 parts per million in 2013. As a result of climate change, the Earth's temperature has been steadily increasing for more than a century. According to NASA, it has risen 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit since 1880. That might not seem like a lot now, but in the future it will start to cause some major changes.
The media has told the nation over and over again, day after day, for 20 years, that the oceans are rising, the polar bears are dying.
Although the vast majority of experts agree that climate change is a real issue, there are still some doubters.
I mean, this is an incredible bad science.
The reason that this debate is so important is that it reminds me in some ways of the debate taking place in this country and around the world in the late 1930s. And during that period, with Nazism and fascism growing, a real danger to the United States and democratic countries all over the world, there were people in this Congress, in the British Parliament, saying, don't worry, Hitler is not real, it'll disappear, we don't have to be prepared to take it on.
We went to Liberty Ski Resort in Pennsylvania to talk to Kathleen Cummings, a ski patrol officer.
This year we have had warmer temperatures early in the season. It's taken us longer to get going with our full snowmaking efforts, and obviously we have not had any natural snow yet this year.
I think areas in the Mid-Atlantic are going to be challenged to keep their operations running unless they have really good snowmaking technology, because again, the Mid-Atlantic, we're right on the edge of where it's cold enough to have ski resorts. We're kind of at the southern border of where you can get a lot of natural snow, and so snowmaking is critical.
The majority of our snow is man-made, so we rely on the temperature and the humidity being in optimal conditions, which is typically 31 degrees or so, and the drier it is, the better for making snow.
According to the Natural Resources Defense Council, between 2000 and 2010, the $10.7 billion ski and snowboarding industry lost $1.07 billion in revenue, while employing 187,000 people directly or indirectly. There's hope. President Obama is pushing a climate action plan to combat global warming, lower carbon emissions, and conserve water.
Certainly, water conservation efforts are beneficial to our specifically our mountain and most that rely on man-made snow.
At the heart of the President's plan, new efforts to cut carbon dioxide emissions from the country's coal-fired power plants. No detailed targets, but instructions to the Environmental Protection Agency to work with states and industry to develop specific plans.
The question now is whether we will have the courage to act before it's too late. And how we answer will have a profound impact on the world that we leave behind, not just to you, but to your children and to your grandchildren.
Hopefully, with the passage of this legislation, the declining ski industry can once again rival its former glory.